Kusema tu kweli guys, kusema tu kweli wangu wa moyoni, mimi nataka munisaidie. Enyewe mimi kitu ya JSS kidogo sielewi. Hata sijui mtoto wangu ako class gani. Huyo mmoja nimejua amefanya class 9. Sasa hii inaitwa jina ingine. Halafu sio tulikuwa naongea leo, anasema sasa anaenda, mimi najua anaenda form 1. Apparently si form 1 tena. Sijui class 10. Aya, akitoka class 10, sijui anaifanya sijui for 3 years. Then sijui anafanya tena exam ya kuingia sijui form 5. I'm like, huh? Sijui akitoka hapo ndio sasa sijui anaenda sijui university. Hey! Hebu muni explainie. Because unajua PPE. Ilikuwa PPI. Okay, saa hizo ni class. Kitambo PPI ilikuwa ni maombi. Ulikuwa ukiona PPI kwa timetable mnaenda kuomba. PPE ilikuwa kwenda kufanya exercise. Saa hizi PPI, sijui PP2, sijui ni class. Si ya watoto. Mambo ni mingi. Hebu mtu ani explain kitu. Okay, saa kitoka class 10 anaenda gani? Juu 10, 11, 12. Juu nimejua saa si anaenda high school. So from 1, 2, 3, 4. But apparently aendi kukaa huko 4 years, anaenda kukaa 3 years. So mimi nasema mbona anakaa 3 years? Mbona sikae 4 years? Okay, mimi nimechanganyikiwa. Mungu nisaidie. Wewe, mmepata shule? Hata mimi sijapata bado. Nikutafuta tu. Ama umeamua kupeleka mtoto Butere na uko Mombasa? Toka niposti hiyo video nimerealize kumbe mtu akinyamazanga na shida unafikiria shida zimeumbiwa kwako, kumbe shida tuko wengi. Kuna hizi mashule tulikuwa nazitamani sana kitambo. Kuna Starehe, Alliance, kuna Friends Boys Kamusinga, something like that. Kuna Ngere, kuna Maseno School, Laser Hill. Kuna gani ingine? Kulikuwa na mashule zingine tu zilikuwa ukisikia tu jina uko zile, mtoto wangu akienda hapo gai, hata sisi tulitamani sana tuende huko, lakini kusoma nayo tukaitwa tu provincial. The national schools, si mnazijua? Mkaka kama list. Nairobi School. Kuna gani ingine? Zilikuwanga kadhaa. Onjiko boys. Hebu mniambie hapo kwenye comment section. Hebu name those schools zile zenye kitambo, yani ulikuwa unajua, yani mtu akiitwa, yani unajua sasa huyu sasa ni mbaya sasa. Alafu pia mtu akwa anaitwa ovyo, ilikuwa lazima ukuwe umesoma bro. Yani unapata mtu amesoma pale, yani kitabu jamaa amezaliwa na kitabu kwa mkono na analala na kitabu kwa mkono nini. Shule zingine kama Starehe hata watu watembei. Unakimbia ukienda kwa choo, ukiwa ndani ya choo bado unakimbia, unalala ukikimbia, unamuka ukikimbia. Hebu mniambie ndio tujue ni huyu jamaa tumpeleke wapi. Ndio amekaa hapo nyuma. Ndio huyo. Toa uso, wate huyo jamaa, lete uso hapo. Leta uso. Ndio huyo hapo. Ndio hapo, ndio huyu mwingine. Ndio huyo. Leteni hizo majina za hizo mashule zikuja hapa chini zote. Hizo majina za zile mashule ulikuwa unasikia mtu ameitwa huko like ameitwa huko gai. Wow. Okay. Hizo majina zikuje. Tusaidiane kimawazo. Hata tusipoenda bora tukue tuko na idea.
Hi fam. Today nataka all the parents or the guardians wenye tuko na watoto wanaenda grade 10, yani senior high school. Si tunapitia challenges mingi. One of the challenges yenye tumeface is wrong placement ya the kids. But at least that one, it's easily rectifiable through the system. And my kid had the same issue, school placement, but through the system, and we got a school. And I know this has been a problem with many parents when you may face that kind of a problem. And I know their parents until today hawaja manage ku sort hiyo issue. But now the most thing yenye nani shock is how some of these schools are operating, especially kwa uniform. I can't believe that there are some schools zina itisha parents almost 30,000 ya uniform, school uniform, exclusive of personal effects, exclusive of all these other things kama viatu, nini nini, just the school, yani just this list. This list peke yake, it's 28,200 plus. And for a parent who can afford, it's okay. But I'm trying to imagine how many parents can afford to buy this. Don't forget, there's this list that has other personal effects that unafaa kunanunua. And it's not an issue. As I've said, there are parents who can afford it and it's not an issue. The issue is, I'm trying to imagine how many parents cannot afford this. Does the ministry know that some of these schools... And then the worst thing is, the first list, this one, that is close to 30,000, it's... you don't even have the freedom of rather the flexibility of buying from outside sources, kama Kenya Uniform or other places where you can buy these things and get them good quality, same good quality for cheaper prices. How many parents wata struggle kutoa this amount of money just to buy as a portion of the requirements? This is a portion of the requirements za mtoto mwenye anaingia grade 10. There is no textbook, there is no exercise book, there is nothing. This is purely just uniform. 28,000. Parents, why is nobody talking about this? Does the Ministry of Education know that some of these schools zina extort parents a lot of money? I'm trying to imagine. Some parents cannot even afford this because even the school fees itself, okay, for the school fees, placement ya serikali, it's very good because it's quite a reasonable amount of money. And the way the ministry meweka, it's easy because you can pay 50% in the opening of the school, 30% and 20% towards the end of the term, of the third term. But now my concern ni hapa kwa these requirements. The first yenye wameweka hapa 28 goddamn thousand for school uniform. If they gave you the flexibility of buying these things somewhere else, you'll buy them for like 15,000 fairly, which is really good. Because it's not all parents who are like me or they're like anyone else who can afford like buying these things at ease. So I'm trying to imagine a guardian mwenye ali struggle ku get their kids to school. And then unaenda kwa shule and they even give you an account that you're supposed to use that is not school account. The worst case scenario, there's a parent who saw this, akaenda akalipa this amount of money, but paid to the government school account. So now you're being told that, hiyo hatujui, that's you. What I'm saying is, it's better for these schools to leave a flexibility kind of a way so that the parents who cannot afford can be able to take their kids to school. Now, imagine you're going to buy uniform peke yake, it's 28,000. Ujeka vitabu, ujeka this other list that maybe it's gonna be around 15,000. So you're looking at around 50K, not even around. You're looking at around 50-60,000 kwa zile vitu mtoto anaingia tu nazo shule. How affordable is this? And to many people, they will afford. But how is it affordable to so many people? So the low income people, wenye watoto wamepita and they qualify to join these C2, C1 schools, I don't know if the ministry can regulate this Because these schools, they're even telling you that you have to pay to this account and this amount, and you cannot buy something that is not on this list that we've put here. You have to buy this and from here. They even tell you that you have to buy kiatu ya shule from Bata, which is fine, but I think the era yenye tuko sahi, it's easy for us to get good school shoes that surpasses the quality of Bata. We can get from other places, we can buy from outside the country good shoes that are zina surpass quality ya Bata. Why do you have to restrict that mtoto lazima avalie kiatu ya Bata, tafi ya Bata? Why can't we just use a black shoe that is ya shule, kiatu ya shule mzuri, and it doesn't have to be Bata? Kuna local shoe makers wenye wanatengeneza viatu mzuri sana that surpasses the quality ya Bata. We can promote them. Why do you have to tell parents that lazima wanunue kiatu ya Bata? I will not mention the name of this school, but most schools, they are behaving like this. So the concern is not even the amount, because as I said, most parents can pay this amount at ease. But now the problem is the parents or the guardians who cannot afford this, and you have to buy this or you have to pay this amount. Some of these schools, they're even accepting kids who did not wenye hawakuitwa. They are taking them, but at a fee. So parents wanaambia you have to pay this amount of money tukuchukulie mtoto. How corrupt is our systems that even though the government and the ministry, and I want the Ministry of Education to answer the parents, is this designed by the ministry or it's as per the school's policy? And if it's a government school, it's a public school, I think we are meant to question, because unajua kitambo people used to fear these schools or used to fear these government institutions, not forgetting that they are public institutions and they are meant to give us proper services. We are meant to ask proper questions and get proper answers. So now, especially where mahali hii form imetoka, there's a staff in that school who is not even responding to parents. Parents wanamuongelesha akiscroll, ana scroll kwa simu, not even looking at the parents, as if they are doing you a favor by serving you. Yet you're paying all this amount of money. Hujalipa school fees, hujanunua other items. This is just for the uniform, but they're still giving you an attitude as if what is wrong with our systems? What is wrong with our systems? Parents, wenye tunapeleka watoto grade 10, these are the challenges that I really felt like zinafaa kukuwa addressed, because we cannot just let things slide. Ni wazazi wangapi watashindwa kuingiza watoto shule because ya these kind of things? I mean, then if the government has already given you a list, because kuna list ya school placement ilitolewa na gava, I saw it, and the government did not say that you have to buy those things directly from the school. You can buy them whatever that you're going to buy, as long as it's what is mentioned there and it meets the standard. So why does these schools have to force you and even give you a certain cap of price that you cannot even tell which is which, what is what, and for what? They just give you a figure, an imaginary figure. Mtu alikaa tu chini akafikiria pajamas nini 28,000. You know, the problem is, I know there are so many parents who cannot afford this. I know there are so many parents who will not afford. And it will make their kids miss out schools because they cannot afford this kind of an amount for uniform. Huyo mzazi hajanunua vitabu, hajanunua hizo vitu zingine zimeandikwa hapo, hajalipa school fees, hajapea mtoto pocket money. I don't know. Parents, can you come here and give me answers? Because but kama you guys are comfortable, I mean, kaende, you know, wenye wako na pesa bas, let's do this. But if you feel it's a concern, we are supposed to raise this concern so that the system can be streamlined. Because to me, it feels like an extortion. because they know that you still need to take your kids to school. And I'm not saying that, but there should be a proper way. There should be, hata kama you can buy from outside, but we are making it easy for you so that you can buy from the school. You understand? We still have in the school, if you want to buy from school, for those parents who don't want a lot of hassles. But come on, if you can get them outside and it's still meeting the same standard and requirement, you can buy from outside. That's flexibility. It's not there. Ah.